A little over a year ago, I did my first ever build with me where I kind of showed my process and how I kind of come up with all of my fashion builds. And in that video, I threw in some tips on how you can make some amazing fashion, because I truly believe that everybody can make something truly amazing, no matter how many armor pieces you have, no matter how many ornaments you've bought from Eververse. No matter who you are, you can do it. Personally, I don't care what you wear. You can wear one full armor set with one full shader. Do whatever makes you happy. But if you want to fashion like the pros, if you want to impress the fashion snobs like myself, then I would suggest giving these guidelines a read. These are also going to be helpful guidelines in case you're kind of just stuck and you don't really know what to do with all of your armor. But before we get started, I would like to remind any of you guys that are working on your fashion right now, I do have a Discord server linked down below, and you can go ahead and share your fashion. And if you're kind of stuck or you want people's opinions, that is a good place to kind of help you improve or to at least validate your amazing build. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to tip number 1, mix and match your armor sets. The point in doing Destiny 2 fashion is to express yourself, to make yourself different than others, and you don't want to end up looking like everybody else. You want to be cooler than everybody, you want to be better than everyone. So what you don't want to end up looking like is like this Titan over here to the right. This isn't unique at all. It's just one whole entire set, and then he just changed the helmet. So the way you can combat this is basically don't use more than 2 pieces of the same armor set. And if you really want to be picky, don't let those 2 pieces that are the same be touching. So basically don't have the same chest or legs, or the same chest or arms, or mark and legs. You always want to have a different piece of armor separating the 2. So let's go ahead and fix this Titan by switching out just 2 pieces. So for the chest, we're going to be putting on the Celestial Plate. For the arms, we're going to be putting on the Contender Gauntlets. And now you can start seeing what this does to the Titan. There's more character here. It's more unique and it's more special and it's more you. I didn't have to switch out any shaders. I didn't have to go crazy with my armor. I just changed 2 pieces. Number 2, pick a theme. So this theme can come from almost anywhere. It can come from exotic armor pieces, regular armor pieces, shaders, and even pop culture, like in case you wanted to do something like a cosplay, for example. So let's go ahead and use my Space Hunter as an example. For this hunter, I wanted to do something with the Seven Sisters shader because I saw a couple of people not really liking the way it turned out. And also those same people were just saying that it had nasty colors, which, listen, I understand, but you have to know how to use these shaders. So I started with the cloak because I knew that the Seven Sisters shader would look best on that, and then I just worked my way down from there. That Graviton forfeit ornament was perfect because it looked like it was a black hole within the space, and then I went over to Metro Shift because it had that same blue that the Seven Sisters shader gave to the cloak. Another good example is if you take a look at Isifer's Hunter from this video right here, you can see that the straps on the chest match perfectly with the straps on the legs and on the arms. So this next tip is going to be for my Warlocks. Tip number 3, your headpiece and your robes should not be from the same armor set. The unfortunate part about Warlock fashion is that your helmet and your robes are basically the whole entire thing. Your gloves, your legs, and your bond don't really matter that much. So if you want to go ahead and make yourself a more unique Warlock, just switch up one of those 2 armor pieces and you'll be on your way to being a fashion lord. So tip number 4 isn't one that you necessarily have to do, and in fact, I'm pretty bad at doing it myself, but if you mix and match your shaders, that'll gain you some bonus points with the fashion snobs. So the example I have set up here for you right now is I'm trying to do an all black Titan, and you can't really do that because there is no all black shader in the game. There's always something a little bit extra. For example, Skeletal is one of the go-to shaders in the community to make black guardians, but as you can see here, if I throw on Skeletal, it gives you a little bit of orange in there. Another example right here is Jacarina. It looks like it's going to be all black, but really it throws on a whole bunch of white, and you're going to continue to see examples like this. So if you're going to want an all black look, you're going to need to use all of these shaders together. So like the last one, this one isn't completely necessary, but if you do it, the fashion community will love you a lot more. So for tip number 5, use unique shaders. Avoid using black, red, or white shaders. Some good examples of this would be Midnight Smith, Gift of the Nine, and Calluses Selected. The community is kind of tired of seeing them, even though they are amazing shaders and they look great on everything. But that's where the problem comes from. Anybody can make these shaders look good, but only a pro can make the more obscure shaders shaders look amazing. So here are two good examples of what I'm talking about. To my left we have Rustberry, and to my right we have Gambit Jadestone, and for the mark he has Descendant Vexchrome. You don't really see these shaders too often, but whenever you do see these shaders, you get more of a positive reaction from the community. It's very nice not always having to see blacks, reds, whites, or whatever. So this next one is going to be for all of you that like armor glow. Tip number 6, balance out your glow. So this Titan over here to my right is a really good example of what I'm talking about. So whenever the Deepstone Crypt Raid came out, everybody was using the Legacy Zoth gauntlets. With good reason, they are very good looking. But if you're doing something like this, my eyes aren't really going to care about whatever else your Titan is wearing. My eyes are immediately going to gravitate towards the glow, and that's really it. So what you have to do is balance it out and put some more glow on other pieces of your armor. So how do we start fixing this Titan? First of all, we're going to replace the head with something that kind of emanates a purple glow to match the arms. Then we're going to go ahead and do the same to the legs, and would you look at that? Now my eyes aren't immediately gravitating towards the arms. Now my eyes are taking their time, and they're actually looking through the whole entire armor set. They're looking at the cracks in the legs, they're looking at the horns on the head, they're looking at the gauntlets themselves. And even if we remove the legs, you can see that the head itself is doing all of the work. The head makes it so we pay attention to the rest of the armor set and not just one area. So that's it. Those are my top 6 fashion tips to get you started with your own fashion builds. Now, what I would like to remind you of is that these are just tips. They are not rules to fashion, but it's important to know them to make something truly amazing. Once you know them and once you can master them, then you can go ahead and start breaking the rules. And you want to know how you made it, how you know that you've made something great? One question. If you get one person to go, what armor is that? That's how you know you've made something great. And you want to know why that's great? We, as Destiny players, sink so much time into this game. We are there every single time Bungie reveals a new seasonal armor, new ornaments, new Eververse ornaments. But yet, if you can make us go, what the heck is that? Even though we know most of these armor sets, that's how you know you've won, because you have made that armor set your own. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on the video, and if you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you guys like the Guardians that you were seeing in the background throughout the whole entire video, I will be leaving links to their videos down below if I do have videos on them. You could also just go back throughout the video. There should be little annotations above all of those Guardians that do have a video. For example, this Guardian right here is sitting on the seat. That is my Siva Titan, and there should be an annotation popping up in the top right corner right now. And lastly, if you guys need opinions on your fashion or just want to show off the amazing things that you're making, remember that I do have a Discord server that you can join. There will be a link down below. Thank you very much for watching this video, and Guardians, as always, stay beautiful.